At what point would you consider your relationship with someone completely, or your friendship with someone completely irreparable? Now, these are the scenes and vibes I am getting from the Real Housewives of Lagos reunion. Welcome to the channel. My name is Bevlin. If you are new here, do auto subscribe. And if you are a regular, thank you for being loyal to the channel. And when you do subscribe, turn on the notification button so that whenever there is a new post, you'll be updated. So the Real Housewives of Lagos, the reunion episode 1 has been released, and at this point, all the ladies have watched the Real Housewives of Lagos season 1, and so their reactions and their feedback and what shocked them and what didn't. And it started with Laura, of course. She was asked if she was really the drama, and she began to explain where the very first incident that caused some kind of a rift between her and Chioma, where Chioma said that she wasn't her friend, and she took an issue to it, and Chioma still maintained that she was a client. But then she said on the show that wasn't her issue. I mean, the reunion, that wasn't her issue, and that it's because Chioma had said she was going to support Carolina when she came to the Boho fights. And I really think that what didn't help Laura and Chioma's vibe was when Chioma said that she wasn't her friend, but she was just a client. And then we all saw how that affected Laura and how she took it and how she expected Chioma to, just cover it, because I think that was the first time they were all meeting, all the ladies were meeting. And so, that happened. And I think till now, they are not really friends because that happened, and they are not friends. And then also, what actually shocked me was when Laura mentioned that she hasn't spoken to Tonya ever since they got back from Dubai. I thought that in that Dubai scene, they had made up and they spoke even before Carolina and Chioma had their fight. So when she mentioned that they hadn't spoken in a long while, I was shocked, even because after in episode 8, after Laura's fight with Carolina, and she said she wasn't going to speak to her again. We saw that she spoke to her, she brought her issues, and then they made up. But on the reunion, they are not friends. Like, they hadn't spoken in a long while, and that was shocking to me. I think Tonya has taken problem with the fact that Laura doesn't really appreciate their friendship, and she only had her around to support her whenever, even though she's in the wrong and all that. And Tonya has said it severally that she wasn't going to do that, right? And so I think that really is the issue. Tonya also has picked up a lot of information about how people think Laura sees her as just like someone to just fight her battles for her, and that she doesn't really like her. I think she's been pained by that a couple of times, because we saw in the episodes whenever she tried to, she always had to try to get Laura to vibe with the girls and have her back and defend her over and over. But then when Laura shut her down at Mariam's dinner, she was really upset and she held onto it, and we saw it. She even mentioned at the reunion, like, she really held on to it and she was pained by it. And so we've seen that she hasn't really recovered from that scene where Laura shut her up. So Tonya expects more from Laura, and I think she's not getting that from her. And so down the lane, their friendship has come to a snag, and I'm surprised, because I mean, I thought they had handled the issues, they had dealt with it, and so they'll be fine. But clearly in this reunion, you see that the girls are, moving further away. I thought like this Housewives of Lagos, this reality show, would bring the girls together, have them strengthen one another. But I think there are too many personal issues that have even overshadowed the show, and they are just like going out for each other for personal reasons. Okay, so we saw that when Tiana and Carolina, apparently they've been friends before the reality show, and according to Carolina, they've been friends for just 2 months. Like, it was shocking to me. I didn't know that they were friends before. So apparently they were friends, and just for 2 months. And Carolina said that Tiana came to her house and she sacked Tiana, and there were lots of issues. But I was really disappointed watching the reunion because for 10 minutes we had Tiana and Carolina talk back at each other on live television for 10 good minutes. 10 good minutes. They were just exchanging words, and saying very, very painful things to one another. And I was really disappointed, to be honest. I expect that if they have issues, I mean, is it that when the camera comes upon, is that when they have the cameras in their faces, that's when they realize that they have issues, and so they have to come at each other, or the camera just cannot do anything to them. I mean, they just have to go for each other, and it's really disappointing, to say the least. Like, very, very, very disappointing. But and then, during the exchange of words between Carolina and Tiana, which I've never seen in any of the episodes. Normally it's Laura, Carolina, Laura, Chioma, and then Tiana trying to say, like, not defend anybody but just speaking. But for that heated exchange, that amount of heated exchange between Carolina and Tiana, like, I was taken aback. And then we even found out that Tiana dropped out of Unilag. I mean, I wouldn't have known. You see, when you're friends with somebody and something happens and you take advantage of that to reveal the person's secret, for me, it really tells the kind of person that you are. I mean, this situation where you come to talk about the show, what you saw and your reactions, doesn't warrant, to go in and then just like release bombshells like that. I mean, it's not necessary. She didn't complete Unilag, and so we know of people who have done amazingly well, who didn't even go to school. They went to school, they dropped out, who didn't even step a foot in tertiary. Let's not make it as if because you didn't finish, you didn't complete school, you are not up to a certain task. I mean, education is good and all that, but it wasn't necessary for Carolina to say that. And Carolina really likes to, like, reveal secrets. Once you fight with her, you are done. Whatever thing you've told her before, or whatever she's heard and formally protected you from, she's going to slap you with it. And that is like, that's not something I look out for in a friend. You get it? Even if something has happened, I mean, no matter how bad, and then there's not even a very, very bad situation, okay, for her to go out and talk about she dropping out of school, and because of that she can't write a proposal. Today you can go online and learn anything you want to learn. You can go online and step by step you can do whatever you have to do. It's not a problem. So for Carolina to say that, I was disappointed. Then it came down to Tiana talking about she being abused, and also saying that Carolina was abused. If Carolina was also abused, you are supposed to support each other. You're not supposed to be throwing the abuse in each other's face and saying that you were also beaten and I put hot water on your body and those kind of things. I mean, the ladies could simply do better with their utterances on national television. They've taken this show too personal. They couldn't separate their personal life from the reality show. I mean, it has to do with your personal life as well, but then there's a way you can go about it so that you don't look like, you don't expose yourself too much. Okay, Carolina and Tiana's conversation realized that, like, there was an artist involved, there was husband issue, there were like other stars involved, and I mean, it was really not pleasant to watch. It wasn't pleasant to watch. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't nice. Like, it wasn't nice. It was really appalling. It was disappointing. It was embarrassing. I mean, I expected better. And they also asked about Laura and Carolina, where Carolina said that Laura was pimped, and she said she still stands by that. If you don't have evidence of the sorts, like to a married woman, why would you say something like that about a married woman? And she still said she heard from people around Laura. So she didn't even see, she doesn't have any concrete evidence, is what she hears. And she tried to turn the whole issue around to be like, just watch those you have around you. You were someone around her, and you came out to say that she has been pimped to a governor. So you are someone around her, and maybe at a time you guys didn't even know you're going to be on the same show. But then, I mean, it was wrong. What happened on the reunion episode 1 was totally wrong, and I'm even expecting worse in the second reunion episode. There are other reality shows. I hear Real Housewives of Durban. There are even very, very serious issues that have to do with children from the same man, and the ladies are finding better ways of dealing and handling and dealing with this issue, like practical, serious issues. But when it comes to Lagos, Nigeria, it's like personal. They're just coming for you personally, coming for your family, exchanging words, cursing one another, and it was so sad. It was really, really sad. I didn't expect to see this. Well, I expected it, but I didn't want to see something like this. And it's really sad that it happened that way. If you have issues with your friends, there should be better ways to go about it than to just like expose their secrets, expose, some things that they wished you kept to yourself when they trusted you, when they were vulnerable with you, and then they shared those secrets with you. But you just come out and then just like bless everything out just because you are angry with the person or you are not happy with the person. I mean, that is so not cool. The Real Housewives of Lagos, you guys, they are women of substance. Everybody has money. They have their businesses they are running. They have families they love. And, to have a platform like this and show what you're showing to the world is really, really, really not cool. Honestly, it's not cool. It doesn't portray what we expect you to portray for Lagos, for Nigeria, and I think you guys can do better. You guys can do better. Iyabo didn't say much, Auntie Iyabo didn't say much. Mariam too couldn't say much. She just still mentioned about her dinner and the fact that Showma's apology at the time was not remorseful. And Shoma said it, that at the time when she apologized, watching back, she realized that she wasn't very sensitive to the concerns that the ladies raised, and I think that was plausible for her to come to that realization, because when I watched, I realized that she was just saying sorry so that they will stop talking and Tiawa will stop talking. But then she realized that no, she wasn't sensitive enough to their issues, and so she apologized. And Laura, again, Laura was mad at the table. I preferred her to just speak about it at the table, but she went home before she sent a long message, and the lady Shoma still insists that her message on the page was disrespectful, was respectful to them. But Laura said when she was even sending the message, she wasn't mad. I mean, when you read the message, would you think when she was sending it, she was smiling sending the message? I doubt it. I mean, the girls have gone too far with this. It's too personal, exchange of words, disrespecting one another on national television, cursing one another. I mean, it's not cool. It's not cool. So that's just about it, the reunion. I mean, let's just find better ways to communicate our feelings other than, have back and forth. You're not even hearing what one person is saying. Everybody's speaking at the same time. They were all speaking at the same Toye and Carolina were speaking at the same time. They said it at the same time, and we just had to make sure that we were hearing what they were saying. And I mean, they could do better. They really, really could do better. This show has, again, I thought they would become closer. Even if you had issues, you're able to, iron it out through the show. But clearly, they've drifted apart the more. They don't want anything. They don't want nothing to do with anything. I think the person they don't have issues with is Iyabo. I think Tiana is still cool with Iyabo. Chema is cool with Iyabo. And Miriam is cool with Iyabo. I don't know for Laura and Carolina, but then, I mean, you can see, like, the ladies play. I think we can do better. So, yeah, what do you make of the reunion? Leave your comments in the comment section. I think the ladies went too far. And as we saw snippets of the next episode, I'm looking forward to it. But, again, I know that's going to be messier than this first episode. So, yeah, what do you think about it? Leave your comments in the comment section. And I'll see you again when the next video or episode drops. My name is Beverly Langdon. Do well to subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for joining me, and take care. Bye.